amends the Metro Code to require a security plan for parking structures to be constructed in close proximity to a stadium, arena, or racetrack. Do I have a motion?
Second.
There is an amendment being offered on this, which I will tell you after just sitting through the Codes Committee, does absolutely nothing but it's a housekeeping amendment to change the code, the specific code reference in
Do
it.
we know the details of what the cement or concrete
No,
structures?
let's get through the amendment first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the amendment is nothing but amending Section 1 by deleting references to 10.64.020 wherever it appears and substituting instead 10.64.019. It was just a codes error from the Codes Department. So do I have a motion on the amendment?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Amendment passes. So, Councilman, we are on your bill as amended, and if you don't mind, if you'll permit me to recap what happened in codes,
Absolutely.
we might get through a whole lot of this in a whole lot less period of time than we just spent in the codes meeting. All this truly does, it doesn't say that you can't build within 100 feet of anything. You can build right on top of it if you want to. But if you do, under the same approval processes that we have right now, which is permitting through codes and the fire marshal, you have to have a safety plan in place if you're going to build a parking structure anywhere within 100 feet of anything, whether it's an arena, a baseball park, a racetrack, a stadium, it doesn't matter. I will say, and this is on all of your desks, that the NFL has a 100-foot rule. The NHL has a 300-foot rule. The NBA has a 250-foot or 200-foot rule. I've quoted you song and verse out of their own regulations. In the specific instance of Bridgestone, before you even asked the question, Bridgestone is a totally secured parking lot.
Yeah.
It is manned 24/7 and has passed all fire codes and everything else. But the most important thing to remember is it's a completely secured lot. So this is for unsecured things. It doesn't change anything moving forward other than the simple fact that now not only do you have to prove that it makes sense for as far as planning, codes, and the fire marshal is concerned, but much more importantly, what is your public safety plan? This is all about protecting the public. We live in a different time and age now, when somebody can take a van and run it into a parking lot and park it 20 feet from something.
Is there any minimum specs for what a safety plan is?
Yes.
Okay.
And that the fire marshal and the codes department works very closely with Homeland on, and I'm going to let you address that.
Well, the police department, of course, would be reviewing it from the standpoint of taking into account those what-if scenarios if someone was to bring some type of a mobile explosive device in or something like that. How do you protect those exits out of that assembly occupancy and out the parking garage as far as some type of event goes through? The egress of any assembly occupancy has to be approved through the permit process already. And there is a chapter in the fire code which mimics what the same thing in the building code. And now there's also an emergency preparedness chapter going forward into the new code we're going to adopt here soon that takes into account those types of things. So we're now looking at it from a standpoint of is there a scenario where someone could affect being able to get out of the building or even protect in place for that matter, they have to take into account. So obviously there's a lot of people that are well versed in this sort of thing, and that's the kind of people that would be able to prepare a security plan for something like this.
And let me say, if I may, Councilman, they're not going to tell us that they have very specifics on what kind of concrete, what kind of reinforcements. They've got all of that, and the police have it, firemen. We're not going to get that. I'm not going to build it into this because, frankly, they're not going to tell us. And they shouldn't. But, bottom line is they've got pretty solid regulations. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because if we're going to build parking garages closer than 100 feet from a public gathering facility, just need to make sure that we've dotted the I's and crossed the T's from a safety standpoint to protect the people that are in there at that public event.
I was very surprised to find out that this wasn't done because for individual events that I have, we have to have a security plan. It has to come through fire. It has to go through police. I was just astounded that this was not in place.
Correct.
It just,
Well, let me say, they were in place for the assembly occupancies, the event, the stadium or the Coliseum or whatever itself. It just didn't necessarily always include the parking structures if they're that close.
Parking structure.
all of it is a part. I mean, you
But-
have a stampede and what happens? You have something collapse, what happens?
That's exactly correct.
You know, so,
And honestly, those are part of the elements of a security plan too.
Right.
How you going to control the crowd.
exactly.
Yep.
Crowd control.
Municipal auditorium, their parking was probably more than 100. I don't even know where their parking is.
They don't have
We
any.
don't.
No, they don't have any.
Yes.
No. And right next to that is MTA, which is a completely secured environment. Again, what you think might be an unsecured parking lot
Yeah.
usually isn't. You know, parking underneath at the stadium, it's completely secured. So,
If this passes, when would it go into effect, and would it affect the current plan for the soccer stadium?
it would go into effect immediately upon
Upon
approval.
signature of the mayor, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the soccer stadium would have to reevaluate the way they're doing.
It is my understanding, and Mr. Cooper can verify that, they've already hired a security, they know this is coming, and they've already hired a security consultant, and so they're already taking these steps.
Got it.
Any other questions?
I was not in the previous meeting. Were there any things that came up in that meeting that were relevant to us?
Other than what we just stated here, no, not really. I think we just, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we just recapped everything that happened over 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing, and I mean, in fairness, I mean, they asked for a one-meeting deferral just to get the clarification on the sign-off of the fire marshaling codes, which they'll be able to verify that. That's the reason we changed the bill, for it to go through the codes versus planning. So this was after several meetings and kind of, I guess, wiggling our way through it to figure out where does this need to be, and that's why that we had the housekeeping on the amendment to put it in the right place in the overall codes. So,
Well, I mean, our job here on this committee is in regard to the public facilities and its safety, and knowing that it's already going to be going back to codes for T's crossed and I's dotted. I move that this committee go ahead and approve it.
That's,
Second.
then, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. That concludes convention tourism and public entertainment facilities.
Thank you.
Hey, Robert, I think we got a short meeting.